So now we're going to be taking a look at the Etsy Shop Manager, and that's where you're going to be running your shop and making those types of behind-the-scenes decisions. So you can find the Etsy Shop Manager in the top right-hand corner. And if you don't see the icon, then you're not logged in. So make sure you're logged in and you log into it and you'll see the icon. And that's basically how you're going to access all the settings, including your products, messages, orders, things like that. It's sort of the ground control of your shop. And this is the dashboard in the Shop Manager here. So you can see, you're going to see visitors, orders, revenue, things along those lines. And so you might be wondering, well, what are listings? And that's basically what your products are. Etsy calls your products listings. And I think eBay does that too. So it's sort of just like a shop thing. So if you want to add a new product or change the details for an existing one, you're going to use the listings area within your Shop Manager. And it also allows you to create sections to divide your shop into categories, which I highly recommend just to keep organized. So if you're selling pod products, you might have a section for t-shirts and another one for 20 tank tops. If you're selling print on demand, you might have one for invitation downloads. If you're selling invitations, one for worksheets, things like that. And you can have up to 20 sections in your Etsy shop. So here's an apparel shop where they actually sell these apparel on Etsy. And you can see how people can shop by apparel, holiday, or event. So you can just give some thought to how you might organize your stuff. And again, keeping in mind, you're looking to make this easy for customers because the sections are what people are going to be seeing. So you really want it to be where it's something that people would look for, whether they're going to look for Thanksgiving or bridal packages, for example, with this type of thing. So it just makes it easy. And, you're probably familiar with this if you do any type of shopping online. A lot of storefronts will have organization and sections. So this is your listing area where you're going to be actually reviewing your listings there. And you can see here Etsy saying, hey, if you offer free shipping, you'll get priority placement, and they have a bulk pricing tool as well. So Etsy does come out with and try to make it easy for you to get and organize your listings. You can see the section over here if you want to do sections. So when you have a new product you're going to post on Etsy, you don't have to start from scratch. You can copy a listing, which means all of the tags, listing title, and other information are saved into a fresh draft, which makes it super fast and easy. But that does also mean you want to make sure that you don't reuse the same titles on your products. It's just a starting point. You still need to make your modifications. Etsy, if you're using the same titles on all your products, Etsy will think that's spam and they will not be happy about that. So don't do that. So what are messages? And the message feature on Etsy is going to allow you and your customers to connect with each other. Sometimes a customer reaches out because they want to make a purchase, or they're going to ask about shipping, or they have a support issue. So that's basically where customers are going to be getting in touch with you. And Etsy has a library of saved replies. They are quick responses you can select and send, which is fantastic. I mean, I just think Etsy is super user-friendly for sellers. These cover frequently asked questions and common customer complaints. And we're going to go over more of your sort of Etsy profile later, but that's the type of thing you could even put in your profile, and you may have also seen from other Etsy sellers, is frequently asked questions. You can also create your own saved replies, if you're getting the same questions from customers, like the size of something, or if you're selling, something that's in PDF, how people can open it, things along those lines. So you want to try to get back to people promptly. You should try to get back to them within 24 hours or sooner. A few hours is better than later. Sooner is better than later. You can also just message them quickly and say, I'll look into this and we'll have a response for you, within 24 hours or something like that. And if you address them by name, and this can make them feel more personal and add a customer service experience. Now, again, you've probably ordered things online or Etsy, so you can bring, what you prefer and how people work with you as a customer into how you're working with customers as well. So if you're getting a lot of messages, you can also set business hours so people know when to expect a response. You could say something like, I respond to all messages Monday through Friday, and then not on weekends. That way they'll understand that you're not available until Monday. So statistics or stats. This is another feature inside your dashboard where you can get insights about potential customers and your buyers. And this is going to really help you see what's selling, what type of products you want to create, and so forth. And you should be reviewing these at least once a week. So visits is the number of people that visited your shop, orders, the number of orders you have, conversion rate. So a good conversion rate for Etsy is like 2 to 5%. So it's, if you have, let's say, 100 people visit your shop, you know, then 2 to 5 of those, if you had orders, that's kind of what you're looking for. And revenue, how much money you make before Etsy fees and your own business expenses, which is also something you should be tracking as well. So Etsy shows how buyers found your shop. They will show you in a great breakdown, like whether they've come in through Etsy app or Etsy search, Etsy marketing, direct, and then they have this other section on the right here. You can see where you brought in the visits. So if you're bringing in people with Etsy ads, direct and other traffic, social media, so you can see what's working and how people are finding you. And that's what is important to look at your stats, what's driving your traffic. So if you notice, for example, you're getting 60% of your traffic from Pinterest and only 2% from Facebook, then focus your marketing efforts on Pinterest. And Pinterest is great for Etsy anyway, so that's definitely something you should be looking into first and foremost if you're going to be doing looking to drive organic traffic to your site. And notice how much traffic you're getting from Etsy searches. If you're not getting a lot, it could be a sign you need to optimize your listings. And you can optimize a listing by choosing better keywords and writing a better listing title. So now I've given you an overview. We're going to actually go into the Etsy Shop Manager and see how it works.